The car of the future will likely utilize a new form of energy storage, neuromorphic integration, and most importantly, automation. We are obviously a little bit of ways away from a level 5 autonomy, but a new type of system incorporates V2V and V2I communications, which basically allows the car to see other vehicles behind buildings with an X-ray style type of display. It basically builds a database and communicates with other vehicles online. If perfected, this would be beneficial for both human and autonomous driving because it would improve road safety. But this is only one of many cutting-edge technologies being researched right now, and many concept vehicles push our current understanding of a vehicle's capabilities. So let's look at some of the most amazing and strangest designs out there. We start off with autonomy and look at the E-Bogie. An all-electric autonomous hauler would be paired with a hydrogen fuel cell. Its four-wheel independent steering allows it to maneuver in very tight areas. The E-Bogie can be on the front or the rear of the trailer drone, but it also might be possible to attach other units so that it can transverse on the highway. Hyundai claims that these vehicles can reach 600 miles before filling up, but obviously this would be highly dependent on hydrogen infrastructure networks. At number 6, the Aquatica. One of the boldest concepts out there does indeed push the limits of engineering. This bubble craft would accommodate electric motors, a hydrofoil, or even propellers that would allow it to fly. It would have an extendable foil mounted in the lower part of the sphere, and this would essentially balance it in the water. Two 150 horsepower jet engines would propel it at 30 knots in the water, but a propeller version would be able to provide 150 mph speed. This project will be open source next year, so this vehicle could eventually be somewhat developed, but I would take that with a grain of salt. We have seen countless renderings ranging from the amazing to the completely bizarre. This design kind of combines the two and fuses the car with the motorcycle into an open vehicle concept. This would feature a jacket and a seat that would interlock with the user, and theoretically the user can interact with the feedback system. The vehicle would also have the ability to pivot on all four arms, so it would have a great degree of maneuverability, but this is a little bit off from the prototype phase. At number 4, the Vision AVTR. Likely influenced from the movie Avatar, this Mercedes concept is one of the weirdest designs from recent years. The vehicle has 4 electric motors which provide over 350 kilowatts of power in an all-wheel drive setup. Each wheel can be driven separately, which theoretically allows the car to move sideways by approximately 30 degrees. Its battery system would also consist of a graphene organic cell makeup, and this would provide a range of more than 700 kilometers. Once again, the car is controlled through a biometric connection, which would theoretically connect with the user's mind. This is a very fascinating concept because we do know that we can bidirectionally communicate with the brain, but doing this in a wireless setup would be very challenging, and we are just in the infancy of this kind of technology. At number 3, the B12 Vision. A cutting-edge Lamborghini would push the current level of technology. Based on the FKP37, this hybrid concept features a 6.5-liter V12 with electric motors providing over 800 horsepower. Almost 100% of the controls are housed in the steering wheel, and external information is displayed virtually in front of the driver. So it's pretty much an incorporated AR setup, which is a technology that we will likely see in more vehicles in the future. This company has played around with a lot of extreme ideas, including powering the vehicle with ultra capacitors, so it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of car they develop next. At number 2, the Skysphere. A bold concept from Audi is an electric-powered 2-door convertible which defines the company's vision for future luxury vehicles. The car can transform, thus extending its wheelbase and elevating ground clearance, essentially changing driving dynamics on the fly. But there is also an integrated autopilot system which has various levels of automation. Total power amounts to 465 kilowatts, and this allows the car to go from 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4 seconds flat. We get to the great number 1, and it's the GTR. A next level concept stemming from Nissan is an autonomous car designed for a single occupant who puts on a dockable bodysuit, climbs down, and lies face first at the front. The driver wears an integrated AR vision system, and he basically relies on outside sensors. This company has experimented with this kind of technology before with their B12V system, which basically interprets signals from the driver's brain and envelops it with autonomous driving. So the future will indeed have very exciting next generation vehicles, which give the driver an extra sense of perception. And it's not really crazy to say that the driver might be able to feel through the vehicle. But I would like to know what you think about all this, so please leave a comment, like the video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel.